up. Okay, put your hand down. Just go ahead and speak loud enough to the microphone. You can adjust it if you need to speak.
And Your Honor, before the state commences its questioning, I would, for the sake of the record, renew our objection under Rule 614.
Okay, start with your question.
If I could just have a ruling, Your Honor, on that objection.
Proceed, Your Honor. Yes.
Cindy, can you please introduce yourself to the jury?
My name is Cindy Johnson.
Okay. Do you sometimes go by Cindy?
I go by Cindy.
Yeah. Cindy, who is Hyacinth Smith to you?
My mother.
Does she also go by the name Marie?
Yes.
Do you live with your mother right now?
Yes.
Do you live with her in San Antonio?
Yes.
Who is Andre McDonald to you?
My sister.
Do you share the same parents or you have sister?
Half sister.
But you share the same mother?
Same mother.
Who is Elena McDonald?
My niece, Andreen's daughter.
Did Andre have any other children?
No.
Does Elena live with you and your mother, Marie?
Yes.
Cindy, before this homicide happened, did you live with your mother and Andre?
No.
When did you move in with your mother?
When this all started.
So after the homicide?
Yes.
Now, Cindy, I want to draw your attention to this past Thursday. The date specifically is Thursday the 19th. Did you receive a phone call from a number you didn't recognize?
Yes.
Did you take that phone call that evening?
I was in bed.
You were already in bed?
Yeah.
Did the person who called from that number leave a message at the time?
No.
The following day, on Friday, the 20th, did you try to call that number back?
Yes.
Did anyone answer?
No.
Did you leave a message?
No.
After trying to call that number back, what did you do?
I was showering, and then when I was showering, the call came in, when I finished shower, I returned the call.
So you were in the shower, and somebody from that number called you back, but you couldn't answer it because you were bathing.
Yes.
But after you finished with your shower, you called that number back.
Yes.
Do you remember what time you called that number back?
8:41.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Cindy, I'm going to show you a series of photographs. Do you recognize these photographs?
Yes.
What are they?
Photographs of my phone with the calls between Thursday and Friday.
Did you allow the Bexar County Sheriff's Office to take these photos of your phone with this information?
Yes.
Now, the number that you received that phone call from, the number you did not recognize, you don't know it by heart, correct?
No.
Do these photographs fairly and accurately depict what your phone looked like when you showed it to the Sheriff's Office on Saturday, January 21st, 2023?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time the State would move into evidence, State's Exhibits 1 through 5. Let's entertain any objection by defense.
No objection.
Is anybody?
Madam Vice Chairman?
Yes.
And Your Honor, we're going to try to set up the alcohol here in just a moment. So,
You can publish when you're ready.
now, Cindy, first I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 1. Did you miss a phone call on that date on January 19th, 2023?
Yes.
Who did you miss the phone call from?
Jackie.
You said Jackie. Who is Jackie?
Andre's mom.
Andre's mother?
Yes.
Now, did you already have this number programmed in your phone?
Yes.
What time did you miss that phone call from Jackie?
9:26.
You have to speak up or put the microphone closer to it.
I'm sorry, what time?
9:26
Is that AM or PM?
p.m.
I'm also going to show you what's been marked and admitted as State's Exhibit number 2. What is the phone number that you received a phone call from in States 2?
It is 210-416-3399. I don't know that number.
So you did not know who that number belonged to at the time.
No.
What time did you receive this missed phone call?
9:27.
And on what date?
It was Thursday night.
Was that Thursday, January 19th?
Yes.
And I also see in State's Exhibit number 2, it has the name of the individual, Andre. At the time, did you know that phone number was associated with the defendant, Andre McDonald?
No.
How did the name Andre come to be in States 2?
After the conversations, I just saved his name under the number.
So you did that after you found out who it was?
Yes.
And did you find out who it was after you had talked to that individual?
Yes.
I'm now going to show you State's Exhibit number 3. Is that the missed phone call that you received from Andre Friday morning?
Yes.
What time did you miss that phone call?
It was 8:33
And 8:33 in the morning?
a.m. Yes.
AM? Yes. I'm now going to show you States 4. What time did you call that number back and speak to Andre McDonald?
8:41
Is that AM or PM?
a.m.
And how long did that conversation last?
41 minutes.
You don't want to do all the clears to see it too.
Okay, thank you.
See?
It's not very clear.
Good. I can't.
I apologize.
We all have to move.
These are pictures you've already been admitted, you've already shot. These are pictures, I'm sorry, these are pictures that have already been admitted, you've already seen them. I'm trying to make sure the jury all sees them this way too, not just half the jury. But you can stand up and move if you need to.
Yeah, it looks like the exposure is a little too bright. Yes, much better. Thank you. And for the record, this is State's Exhibit number 4, excuse me. Cindy, I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 5. Is this a log of the phone calls either received or made by you on those preceding days?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Is this a picture of the phone calls that either you made or missed or received on the preceding days?
Missed.
And Cindy, you said that you had just got out of the shower when you returned this phone call, correct?
Yes.
When you made the phone call and the individual answered, did you recognize who it was right away?
No.
Why is that?
It's an unknown number, and also I didn't remember the voice at the time.
Had you not heard Andre's voice in some time?
Yeah, I couldn't tell that it was him.
Eventually, did you realize that it was Andre McDonald?
He told me.
Now, does Andre also go by another name?
Yes.
What other name does he go by?
Andy.
Andy?
Yes.
And Cindy, once you realized that it was Andre McDonald that was on the line, what did he tell you?
He said he wanted to speak to me and speak to mommy.
And he said, speak to mommy. Who is mommy?
My mom.
And if you could
He wanted to speak to me, and I don't remember if he says mommy or Maureen.
But did you take mommy to be your mother, Maureen Smith?
Yes.
When you realize that you're speaking to Andre McDonald, how are you feeling?
I was nervous, confused. My mind was blank, and I was breaking.
You said you were breaking. What do you mean by that?
Breaking down.
Did you get your mother?
Yeah.
Was she in the house at the time?
Yeah, she was in her bedroom.
Did you tell your mother who was on the line?
Yes.
Did she understand that it was Andre McDonald initially?
No.
Were you able to hear the conversation that took place?
Yes.
How so?
I put the phone on speaker.
So during that 41 minutes that the defendant was on the phone with you and your mother, it was on speaker?
Yes.
Did the defendant tell you why he was calling, what his purpose was?
He wants us to know the truth.
That's what he said, that he wanted you to know the truth.
You want to you want to speak to mommy, and you want her to know the truth.
Did he tell you what the nature of their argument was at the tax office?
You realize that Andreen have another business that's only in her name, and the rest of business is in her name only, and realize that Andreen is stealing from him.
Did that make him angry?
He was upset.
Did he say that they argued about the business?
Yes,
Verbally argued?
verbally.
Did he confirm that they were at the tax office that day?
Yes.
After the tax office, did he say where he and Andre went?
They reached home. I don't know how they reached home, but they reached home and they were arguing.
Again, verbally arguing, correct?
Yes.
Were words exchanged? Curse words?
He said that Andreen was cursing.
Did the defendant say, as they were cursing at each other, if he went anywhere?
Yes, he left and went outside.
Did he say where he went after he went outside?
No.
Did he leave the house?
I think so.
Did he come back?
Yes.
After he came back, did they continue to argue?
Yes. Andreen was arguing with him.
And again, is this a verbal argument?
Verbal.
Did the defendant tell you what he did based upon that verbal argument?
Sorry, you got to speak. I know it's hard, but a little louder into the microphone. You can ask a question, please.
Of course, Judge. Did the defendant tell you what he did as this verbal argument continued?
He's trying to ignore Andreen, trying to don't pay her in the mind, and she keeps coming up in his face and arguing and saying terrible stuff to him.
Did he ever say that Andre never touched him?
I don't remember.
After he said that she was arguing with him, what did he say he did?
I don't remember the word, if it's push away, or drop down, drop her on the floor. I don't remember exactly, but he, I don't know the word, but she's plunged her on the ground. She fell on the ground.
That he caused her to fall on the ground
Yes.
in some form or fashion?
Yes.
Did he say where in the house this took place?
No.
Did he say after he caused her to go onto the ground, what did he do next?
He used his foot and stomped her.
He said he used his foot and stomped her. Did he describe where he stomped her?
No.
Did he stomp her multiple times?
I am assuming that he didn't use the word multiple times.
While he was stomping on Andreen when she's on the ground, did he say if anybody saw it?
Elena.
Who is Elena, their daughter?
Yes.
Is Andre Andre is her father?
Yes.
After the defendant noticed that Elena saw him stomping on Andreen, what did he say he did next?
Andreen was wheezing, and he left and go take Elena to put her to bed.
Where's Elena at the time at 1042 Solitude Code? Where was Elena's bedroom?
Upstairs.
So he went upstairs to take Elena to bed.
Yes.
Did he say what happened next?
After I put her to bed and came downstairs, if you realize that Andreen was dead.
When he realized that Andreen was dead, what did he do?
Went outside, couldn't believe what happened, can't believe that she's dead. And I am assuming that he's pacing up and down and don't know what to do. I guess it was like unbelievable, oblivious. Then he came back inside.
When he came back inside, what did he do?
I don't remember the order, but I think he take off her clothes and burn it and then put her body in the car.
Did he say where he burned the clothes?
I don't remember.
And he said that he put her body in the car. Do you know which car?
No.
Did he say where he took the body?
He took the body where the body was found.
Off of Speck Road?
He was not descriptive.
Did he just say where the body was found?
No, he didn't say that.
What did he say?
I don't remember clearly, but he just, I don't remember exactly how he said it, but he said he just put her, I don't remember if he said put our body there or throw our body there, but he did say something in that fashion.
Did he make a comment about how Andreen could not fight him?
I'm sorry?
Did he make a comment about how Andreen could not fight him?
Yes, he did.
What did you take that to mean?
She's not strong enough to fight him.
You said that he took the body somewhere. Did he say anything about what he was going to do with the body?
He said that he was going to chop up the body, but he didn't. He changed his mind.
Did he say how he was going to chop up the body?
No.
Did he talk about the blood that was found in the main bathroom?
I don't remember if Andreen, like, I don't remember exactly, but he said something like probably she her aunt go on the light switch, but I don't remember. He did say it, but I don't remember exactly what he said.
But he claimed that her blood got on the light switch.
Yes.
In some fashion.
Like you would say, that's all the blood go on the light switch. And her ear and her blood.
During this phone conversation, did he describe setting the body on fire?
No. I don't remember.
Did he describe how Andreen's blood got on him?
No.
Did he give an explanation as to his disposal of clothing and a flashlight?
No, he just said the clothes that was on our body, he burnt it.
Did he describe to you about going to Lowe's to purchase an axe, a hatchet, and other items?
No, I'm going to object. This is leading questioning. It's facts, not evidence.
Sustain, rephrase the question.
And ask that the jury be asked to disregard these questions during that fashion.
Should we disregard the last question and answer? Go ahead.
Motion for mistrial.
Deny.
How long did this phone conversation last?
41 minutes.
During the 41-minute conversation, did the defendant ask about Elena?
Yes.
Did your mother talk to him about Elena?
Yes.
Did your mother tell him some things about Elena?
Yes.
Did the defendant get emotional when hearing about his daughter?
Yes.
After the 41-minute phone conversation that you had that Friday morning, did you later notify law enforcement personnel or our office about this phone call?
Not at the same time.
When did you do so?
And I do call in the night. I text Myra in the night.
And who is Myra?
She's the DA's advocate.
Did Myra meet with you on Saturday, the 21st?
Yes,
Where? Where did she meet with you?
at home.
At your house?
Yes,
Did you and your mother tell her what happened?
yes,
Did the police come and take your statement as far as the phone call?
yes,
And you allowed them to take photographs of your phone in terms of when the phone call took place?
yes.
When the defendant described stomping on Andreen, did he say where on her body he was stomping?
Objection, that's been asked and answered before this indicated she doesn't remember, so it calls for speculation.
Overruled.
You can answer the question.
I don't remember him saying where he stomped her. For some reason, we're thinking the neck, stomping her neck, because when he left her, he said that she was wheezing.
So you made that assumption.
I'm thinking it's the neck. I don't remember if he said the neck.
Did he describe where Andreen was? Was she standing? Was she down
She was on the floor.
while he stomped her?
Yes.
Your Honor, will test the witness.
Defense counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Johnson.
Good morning.
You've known Andre for a long time, right?
Yes.
And you were living in Jamaica when Andreen died, is that correct?
No.
You were here in the States when that happened,
Yes.
but you weren't living with your mother at that time.
No.
That happened later, right?
Could you repeat what you just said?
You moved in with your mother after all of this happened, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But you were in contact with your mother. You and your mother talked quite a bit even before you were living with her. Is that fair?
Yes.
You know that Andre and Maureen, your mother, had a good relationship before Andreen's death, right?
Yes.
They were very close.
Yes.
Now, do you know when Maureen moved in with Andre and Andreen?
Yes.
When was that?
I don't remember the year.
But it's been for some time, right?
Yes.
And that whole time was Maureen working for Andreen at the memory care facilities that she ran?
She did.
And she worked kind of odd hours, right? She worked night shifts and things like that?
Yes.
And it's fair to say that, well, obviously Andreen loves your mother and your mother loves Andreen. Andreen can sometimes be tough, right?
Yes.
And Andre was oftentimes the buffer between Andreen and Maureen in that relationship, right?
I would say so.
Andre would stand up for Maureen sometimes when Andreen was being a little too overbearing.
He was there for Mom.
Now, do you know how many different facilities had Andreen and Andre set up? Do you know?
Could you repeat that for me, please?
Fair to say that Andreen and Andre were investors in these businesses where they were setting up homes to care for the elderly and people with dementia and problems such as that. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
Do you know how many facilities they had set up along those lines?
3.
And they were in the process of setting up another one from your
That's correct.
And that's part of why they were at H&R Block on the 28th of March, and I'm sorry, February back in 2019, right?
That's correct.
You knew about Andreen's past relationship with a man named Aubin in Jamaica, correct?
Your Honor, no judge relevance.
I think it goes squarely to the questions that this jury is going to have to face. We're talking here about responsibility. We're talking here about the level of culpability. It's directly a question.
Hold on.
You can answer the question, or if you need me to repeat it, I can.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, you were aware of her past relationship with Aubin.
Yes.
And what do you know about Aubin?
Your Honor, no judge relevance. I'll allow the question. You can answer if you know.
Can you tell the jury a little bit about who Aubin is and how Andreen knew him?
Aubin is Andreen's first love.
They were romantically involved when she lived in Jamaica, right?
That's correct.
And then along the way, Andreen and Aubin broke up and she met Andre, right?
Yes.
And so everyone is here in the United States. They have a family. Aubin's sort of out of the picture for a little while, right?
Yes.
But at some point, a few years before this happened, Andreen and Aubin start seeing each other again, correct?
Correct.
And Andreen was going back to Jamaica to see Aubin, right?
That's what I learned about that a long time after. I don't know when she goes to Jamaica, but that was being told. I learned that afterwards.
Okay, so she was keeping that from you during this time period.
Yes.
Okay. But you now have heard about it and you have no reason to believe it's not true, right?
I've heard about it.
And you think it's probably fairly accurate what you've heard.
I've heard about it. I don't know if everything was at the time 100% true, but I did heard about it.
Okay. Now, when Andre called you and you spoke with him on Friday, the beginning of your conversation, both with you and your mother, was largely about how close you all used to be and about the times that you all have had in the past, the good times, right?
That's correct.
And you said it sounded very much to you like a man trying to get something heavy off of his chest.
That's correct.
You believe Andre's account of events. Is that fair?
I'm sorry?
You believe what Andre had to tell you?
I believe what he said.
You described Andreen, let me back up. Andre told you that when he went to H&R Block, he learned that Andreen was taking some of his property interests in these various companies and moving them into a company that was solely in her name, right?
That's correct.
And that he didn't know anything about that until he went to the tax office.
That's correct.
And that's why they started having an argument.
Yes.
And you knew also, of course, that behind that was this issue about Abin in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
And you knew that Andre wanted to get a divorce
Yes.
that day on the 28th.
What day is the 28th?
I'm sorry, the day they went to the tax office after he found this out, he told Andreen he wanted a divorce, right?
I did not. I don't get that understanding. I understand when he was talking, he said that he was trying to get divorced. I am thinking it was in 2017, and Andreen did not want the divorce at that time.
Andre had previously filed for divorce, right?
He did at that time.
And then he sort of took it back, right?
Yes.
And for a while there, he was trying to make this marriage work. Is that your understanding?
That's my understanding.
But when they go to the tax office, all of this boils up and they have an argument, right?
Yes.
And you said that Andreen was saying some really nasty and cruel things to Andre.
Yes.
Did he tell you what those things were?
He did say what it was. He said it plain, but I don't remember and I can't pronounce it.
So let me kind of back up. Being from Jamaica, people in Jamaica oftentimes talk in something called patois. Are you familiar with that?
That's correct, yes.
And that's sort of a completely different dialect. It's sort of a mixture of English and African roots and words native to the island and all kinds of things, right?
That's correct.
So your understanding is this argument that they were having was in patois,
Yes,
not in English.
in patois.
And she was saying some really terrible stuff to him.
Yes,
And that she was up in his face. Correct?
yes.
She spit in his face.
Yes, he did say she spit in his face.
And then this struggle happens.
Yes,
You get the impression that this struggle happened just over a few seconds, right? This is a pretty quick fight.
I don't know if it was a quick fight.
But you get the impression it didn't take very long, right?
I don't know.
Okay. But before the actual physical fight happens, Andre tries to leave, correct?
That's correct.
And he leaves the house.
Yes.
Do you know how long he said he was away?
No.
And let me ask you this. Were you aware, or do you now know, that Andre and Andreen were sleeping in separate bedrooms in this week leading up to this fight? If you don't, that's okay.
Because of what's going on right now, that's all I found out.
Okay. And they slept separately before, right? If you know.
Because of all what's going on right now, that's how I found out.
Okay. So at some point, Andre comes back from trying to cool down and get some separation. The fight resumes. That's your understanding?
That's my understanding.
And then Andre goes to the bedroom, right?
Yes.
But from what you understand, Andre going to the bedroom, that's a room Andreen's not sleeping in right now, right?
Based upon all that I heard, I would assume that's what it is.
Okay. And it's your understanding that that's where the fight became physical? Is in the bedroom or the bathroom of the bedroom?
Something of that sort, because the switch is the main key evidence where the blood came on. So
And Elena's bedroom is upstairs, correct?
that's correct.
You indicated that he didn't tell you how many times he hit her with his foot, right?
No.
But then shortly after that, Andre heard Elena and he went to go put her back to bed, right?
She was on the stairs looking.
Okay, when you say she's on the stairs looking, is there a staircase in Andre's bedroom?
There's a staircase in the entrance of the house.
Okay. And that's where she was.
Supposedly.
So to be fair, that's you wouldn't be able to see the bathroom, the master bathroom from the staircase, correct?
No.
Okay. But she obviously heard something.
Yes.
And then Andre goes upstairs to tend to her and put her back to sleep.
Yes.
And only then when he comes back from that, he told you he learned that Andreen was dead.
Yes.
You talked a little bit about Andre saying that he wasn't able to cut up the body, right?
Yes.
But one of the things Andre seemed to stress to you was that he conveyed to you that he couldn't do it, that he wasn't able to do it as a person, not about opportunity or things like that, right?
He said he was going to, but he changed his mind.
Okay. When he asked Mama about Elena, you told investigators that he was crying, that you could audibly hear him crying on the phone.
He starts to break down, yes.
And he hasn't seen his daughter since any of this happened, right?
That's correct.
In fact, he's not allowed to see his daughter, correct?
Correct.
And he's not allowed to even know where his daughter lives, right?
Correct.
You had mentioned something about how the blood came to be on the light switch. Do you recall talking to the prosecutor about that a moment ago?
I don't remember what happened exactly, but he did mention it.
And you had told investigators on Saturday that you kind of were putting two and two together based on what you knew about the blood on the light switch previously, right?
I don't remember 100%.
I understand. And to be fair, you told the investigator on Saturday that when this happened, your mind sort of went blank for a little while, right?
Yes.
So a lot of this you're having to piece together, thinking about the conversation instead of remembering it directly, right?
Right.
And you've had a chance to talk with your mother about this conversation since it happened, right?
Yes.
And you and your mother were together with the investigator when you were telling the prosecution about this, correct?
Yes.
They never interviewed you separately about it, right?
No.
You remember a moment ago speaking about how Andre had remarked that Andreen wasn't strong enough to fight him, right?
Andreen can't fight him.
And that's how he put it? Andreen can't fight him?
Something like that.
Okay. Well, you know Andreen, right, really well.
Yes.
That wouldn't have stopped Andreen from trying to fight him, right?
Right.
Andreen certainly was a tough girl, and she was willing to put herself in a fight if she had to.
Yes.
And sometimes Andreen had a temper. Is that fair to say?
Everyone has a temper.
But Andreen kind of had a reputation for having a temper from time to time, right?
She will have the temper when things gone out of proportion, when somebody irritates her. It's not like she just have the temper just like that.
Understood. And you understood when Andre made this call that Andre had court that day, right?
I didn't know that he had court that day.
Okay. Do you get the impression that you all might have talked longer if Andre didn't have to be somewhere?
Yes. I get the impression that he don't have any court. That's why he's calling, because we were on the phone for quite a while.
At like 8:40 in the morning, right?
Yes.
Okay. And because of the fact that the call didn't last longer, you told investigators that you get the impression that some of what he told you, especially about the body, was a summary, right?
Yes.
He didn't tell you everything about the way that he left Andreen in the field. He just was hitting the high notes of what happened so that you and Mama would understand, right?
Yes.
Okay. And he wanted you all to know the truth about this because Maureen is looking after his daughter, right?
He wants us to know the truth before everything else. He don't want us to learn the truth in the court.
And that's important to him because your families are connected because of Elena, right?
Yes.
No matter what happens in this trial, that connection will always be there, right?
That's correct.
Pass the witness.
Mistake.
Thank you, Your Honor. Cindy, I just want to be clear. The main bathroom and main bedroom, is that upstairs or downstairs?
It's downstairs.
Is that the only bedroom downstairs?
Yes.
All the other bedrooms, including Elena's, are upstairs?
Yes.
This blood on the light switch that's been referenced, is that upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs.
In the bathroom downstairs?
Yes.
Did the defendant tell you what the fight was about?
He said that it was because he found out about what she was doing about the business, and it has nothing to do with what everybody's thinking.
And when you say what everybody's thinking, what do you mean?
Auburn,
That it had nothing to do with all that?
yes,
Only the business?
all of the business.
You said that when he called that he wanted to tell you what happened. Did he tell you he wanted to take responsibility?
My understanding, what he said that he's trying to fight, win the case, so that he can take care of Elena.
So
He
didn't-
wants a foundation for Elena.
So he didn't want to take responsibility.
Object, Your Honor. That's the prosecutor testifying, calls for speculation. She's answered this question.
Phrase the question.
Your Honor, this is a follow-up from the previous question to clarify.
Change it.
No, it's commenting to the way of the evidence. And I would again ask the jury to disregard the question.
I'm not going to disregard the question, just a testimony. Rephrase the question.
Now, Cindy, to be clear, these are the things that the defendant is telling you his version, correct?
Could you repeat, please? I'm sorry.
What you were being told by Andre about what happened, that is what his version, his words, correct?
Yes, his words.
We'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions, defense?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Stay next witness.